Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. This is one of the sets I used at camp yesterday. It's called Grateful Blessings. It was one of their favorites, so I wanted to show you where it was in the catalog and what I paired it with. So in the catalog, it's on page 120. It's just called Grateful Blessings. It's got 4 simple words and a simple floral. So I liked the words, and sometimes I like a word set when I have a DSP I wanted to use. So the Wildly Flowering is one of the new designer series papers. It's on sale. This is the month of August. It's on sale the month of August. So it's this is the paper. I don't have the rest of this. I just got the paper because I wanted to use it with that stamp set. So let me show you what I created. Oh, the paper is called Wildly Flowering. There you go. And it's on sale. It's funny because my customers will say, I didn't even see that in the catalog. My goal was to create 3 cards to show you using all the pieces of the designer series paper. This is the one I didn't get used. I apologize, paper. I didn't use you, but I used the rest. So let me show you what we did. This was the camp project. And I wanted to, all of them are also folds, different folds. So I pulled out these dies from the Lifetime of Love dies. And so this is the card they made. Okay, so this is how we did it. So we ran this through and cut out the dies, then colored this with the blends. And I used the 2 Wild Wheat blends. And what we found was, if I took the dark and just kind of went over parts of it with the dark, then I could go back over it with the light. And you know, if you use blends regularly, they just lighten up. I mean, they blend together as they sit there. So I didn't feel like you needed to necessarily blend it. Just by putting the 2 colors on there, it gave you enough variety and just texture of interest. Today, this is a Saturday morning. It's beautiful outside. It's nice and cool. I got up this morning and read a book on the porch while the dogs went crazy because it's a little cool out. It was so nice. Okay, so there it is. You can see that I've gone over and colored that with my blends. And then what I did was, I'm going to stick this back in here. So you're going to fold this in half, and this is a 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to crease it down a couple of times because I just want it to get a nice crease on it. Come on, friend. I mean, do you all talk to your projects while you're working on them? I don't know if that makes me crazy or normal. Then I had them score it at 2 1/4. So they scored it at 2 1/4. And then on this one, I'm going to use the other sides of the paper. I'll show you how I folded it first. So then I fold it back. So the opposite side of this paper is this one. I'm going to put it here. Where's my seal? I mean, it's one of those things that's always right there in front of you and you can see it until you can't, right? So I'm going to put my seal. Come on, friend. On here and put this piece here. Then this is the piece I used here, and I'm going to turn it over and use it here, just to mix it up. And these are cut 4 by 2. Then this piece is cut 4 by 1, and I put it right back here. Okay, so you can seal this down or you can make it so it opens like this. You get to choose. It's your card. Then I took this and die cut it out. I stamped on You're Such a Blessing in early espresso. And then I punched out a piece of Moody Mauve. I used the 2 1/4 inch circle. And then I put seal on it to hold this on. And now I'm going to put a little bit of seal around this edge. I just want it to hold on that piece. I mean, it's kind of scary because I don't want to over glue, but in these little dots, I'm just going to put a little dot of glue. I'll put it along here. I don't know that my seal was going to work the way I wanted it to. So I'll add some fine tip glue. I'm going to line this up. I have to figure out which one goes on which side. And then it's going to fit right in the holes. And this is going to be secure enough that I'm not going to have to worry about securing that outside part. It's going to be free. It's free. Okay, on this one, this has been well loved because this is the camp card. So there we go. So you can see the Moody Mauve on the back, but it's like no one would notice. This one hangs over a little bit more, so I'm going to trim some of it off. It's all in the positioning, right? So I trimmed that one off a little bit. It should have been I should have scooted it over a little bit more. I'm going to attach it to the front here with some dimensionals. But you only need dimensionals on one side. Because the other side's hanging free. And then I used these 2023-2025 in color opaque sparkle dots. And I put one on the corner of one of those leaves that wasn't attached, just to kind of help it stay in place. I mean, is there a dot limit? I really wanted to use one of every color, so I did. Okay, so here's this card. Same DSP, just showing you both sides. Okay, here's card 2. So I took one of the other words that says, thank you for your prayers. This DSP is 6 by 5 1/4. I scored it at 4 inches. I added it to a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of the wild wheat. I took the tear tape and ran it down the sides, and I did it twice. And then I've taken this in color twine and kind of unrolled it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of unrolling it a little bit. Now I'm going to smash it down on that tear tape, unrolled. And then I just kind of smash it down. And so it's getting this look. You can see the shiny tape still there. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to unwind it and smash it down. Okay, so I've added that really interesting texture to the side by untwining that and smashing it in the tear tape. And there's not sticky stuff, as I'm putting my finger on it, like it's not sticking at all. It's covered it up that tape's not going to be sticky. Then I took my Spotlight on Nature and I took 2 of the circles. One of them is going to go on top and one is going to go under. So I can write on it, write my message. And I don't think these have to be lined up perfectly. I can, but I don't think it has to be. So I'm going to adhesive this one on. Like, I think I could scooch this one over here, and then like this one can be out here, and you can't tell that they're not exactly lined up. Okay, so I'm going to stamp my words on here. Again, I'm going to use the Early Espresso. Thank you for your prayers. It stamps so pretty, and I love the font. Then this is kind of plain, so I'm going to whack it. And if you don't whack your things, you should. It's therapeutic. I got a mama in memory care and a 92-year-old father. Whacking is therapeutic for me. I get a little grouchy with the staff. There we go. Now I'm going to show it to you so you can see it a little bit better. Every time I go over there, I go, I'm not going to get grouchy. I'm not going to get grouchy. I'm not going to get grouchy. Yeah, I grouchy. See? Can you see the little speckles on there? It's very subtle, but it just makes it so it's not shiny white. Okay, so this is going to go on here. I'm going to stick it on with those dimensionals like I did before. My husband's been outside working. I hear that he's coming in. That means it's probably close to lunchtime. Like I said, it was so pretty out this morning. He got up early and pulled weeds and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So now I'm going to add these in color dots again, which I like them so much because they look beautiful on here. I'm going to make sure I get every color. Should I get this one down there? Okay. So now we have card 2. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I got it dimensional over a smidge. Okay. So here's card 2. 1, 2. Now I've got one more to show you with that stamp set because I want to use I'm grateful for you. I have so many people that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the people that keep me sane and try to help me so that I'm a nicer person. Oh my gosh. I make myself sound terrible. Some days I you know, again, Mama makes things challenging. I'm grateful for you. I have two sisters and we work well together as we work on Mama and her stuff, but it's still hard. Okay. I'm grateful for you. Moody Mauve. Okay. I got another beautiful piece of that designer series paper. I'm going to mount it on early espresso, but before I do, I want a couple of these. I want a little espresso bouquet on my card. So I'm going to put my seal on here. I mean, there's no reason to waste that beautiful espresso. I'm just covering it up anyway. So I just folded this in half and I cut off about 1 inch. So this is 3 by 5 1/4, and the espresso is cut just a smidge bigger because I just needed it to be a pretty background to layer on here. Beautiful. Now I got crowded. So I wanted to accentuate this little edge. This is our new white frayed ribbon. That's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the edge. It's always a debate. Do I want to put it here so it's like under, or do I want to put it over? If this was live, I'd ask for your opinion. Gosh, I think I want it there. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape. Oh, no, I want it here. I almost talked myself into putting it up here on this edge. I think I'm going to stick with it this way. The one card that I had at camp was completed. These other two I created and changed my mind about 10 times. Sure why that's there. So I'm going to put this right here. I like it. I'm going to trim this edge off just a smidge. Now I punched out these. I felt like I wanted a little bouquet of these over here in the corner. How many? I wasn't sure. I like that. I just wanted a few of these. And again, do I want them? Where do I want them? I'll show you where I want them. So I'm going to put a few glue dots on the back of this to hold it in place. I'm going to put this piece down first. So that one's going to go there. I'm going to add this one. You'll have to tell me if you like this DSP. It's one of the ones I didn't initially order. Stampin' Up! Said they were having a paper sale. I said I should have all of them then. And when I got this, I liked it so much better than what I thought. Okay, so now I have my little bouquet over there in the corner of my card. And now I want to take this twine again. I'm just going to make a knot this time. And I'm going to untwist it like I did before on that card. I'm going to all the way untwist it this time. I love ribbons and embellishments that I can do more than one thing with. I'm going to pull this apart. And I'm going to put it on with the glue dot. Down here at the bottom of these. So now I have it. I'm grateful for you with a little bouquet at the corner. I still need my embellishments. I like these guys, and I'm going to use them again because they're beautiful. I think I'm just going to stick with the Moody Mauve this time. I'm not going to add the other colors to it. I like it. Can you have too many? I mean, is there a rule about how many I'm allowed to put on? Because I may have just gone over the rule. Maybe I feel like a rule breaker today. I don't know. Okay, friends, here we go. 3 cards, 1 stamp set, and 1 DSP. Some different dies, 1 embellishment, 2 ribbons, oh, twine and a ribbon. But there you go. All right, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, you can find me at StampCreatively.com. Bye.